What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I really highly suggest you guys should, but I did mention that the car is absolutely filthy, like ew. So before we even do anything today, we have to give her a wash. Alright, so now that we have the car cleaned, in this box we do have something from RR Racing. This has been sitting in the garage for a couple weeks. So now we finally get to install. Bubble wrap, more bubble wrap, even more bubble wrap, even more bubble wrap. I respect it. What we had in the box was a new oil cap. Honestly, this wasn't really needed in the car, but I kind of wanted to have like little details, and you know, you have the option of picking a black F emblem or a blue one. I personally just wanted to go with the black because I thought it was a little sleeker. And here is kind of the main, you know, reason why I bought something from RR Racing was the carbon fiber intake tube. So in the past, I was actually looking for a new intake. The one that I was really looking at was the F Sport intake, and the only big difference between that one and the stock one is just a hole in the airbox, which I didn't feel like paying $300 just to have an extra hole in the box. Probably do that yourself. So I decided to go with the RR Racing carbon fiber one. One, because I really like how it looks like when it's going to be in the engine, and two, it's actually really good quality. So it's not a flimsy, or it's not a, you know, rubber intake tube. It's actually like good quality. It's very sturdy, so it's not like it's gonna be really flimsy, and it's actually gonna do its job, I think. You are gonna reuse the stock intake box. So like I said, it's not gonna be a very difficult install. If you do have all the panel covers, you will have to take that off. And basically all you're gonna do is, if you have the strut bar, you're most likely gonna have to take that off. But you are going to be reusing this, and you're just going to be replacing this tubing right here. And the oil cap will go right here. The only difference is that it will have the F logo right next to the Lexus, which I think is pretty sick. So it's just gonna be a direct replacement right there. So now we have the stock intake tube off. It really wasn't that hard, and I didn't feel like showing you guys because it's really just unscrew this clamp, unscrew the clamp that is connected to the throttle body, and then this one is just a little, you know, a little extra tube that you will just have to like squeeze and then move to the side. The diameter wise, this one does look a little bit thicker, pause, but it's not that big of a difference. Like, I don't think you'll really tell. So I think the install should be pretty straightforward. One of the things that actually came in the box that you will have to do is you will have to use this breather hose. It's a K&N breather hose, so you will have to connect this little adapter to this guy. There is a skinnier, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is a skinnier end, which is this side, and then there is a thicker side, which is this one. The skinnier side actually looks like it's gonna go straight into the car, and that will be inserted right here. So this tube was actually connected to the side of your intake. So the one thing that I am noticing is that the thicker side doesn't fit into here. Pause. So I'm gonna see if I can get it done. I will let you guys know what I end up doing and what happens, but as of right now, it's just not fitting. Pause. So that's pretty much what it's gonna look like, and then you can just kind of bend this over here and then zip tie it to this little tube so you can get it out of the way. Next, we'll start off on the actual tube, which I don't think is too difficult at all. So the intake actually came with instructions, and one of the things that they said to do if you wanna improve the airflow is when you take off the lid of the intake box, you're pretty much gonna have to cut the outline of this. From what they said, that'll improve the airflow, which I don't 100% know if that is true or not. Just by thinking like basic physics wise, I think it is gonna work. So let me go ahead and do that now, and I'll update you guys on how it looks like. So now this is what your intake box is gonna look like after you remove like this net piece. These look like filters, like carbon filters that'll block the air from getting in there. But this is gonna be your finished product, and all you have to do is pretty much just install everything from here, back how you got it, and you should be good to go. Alright, so now that we have the intake tube finally in, let me show you guys how it looks like. So it definitely looks a lot more updated. I think the you know, this just looks better than that little weak thing. It sounds very sturdy. Nothing is gonna move, I don't think. It is a little wiggly, which is one thing that is kind of like bugging me about it, is that there is no clamp up here. You know, there's a clamp down here, there's a clamp down here, there's a clamp here, there's nothing here. So if I can get a clamp, nothing came with the box, so I'll keep you guys updated. But if I can get a clamp for that, then I think it's pretty good. But as of right now, I'm like 90% sure that it should be fine, but at the same time, you want to have that 100%. So that's pretty much about it. It's very easy. It's not a very difficult install to do. So if you guys want to do it, I think it looks really good. And then once you take it out for a drive later today, I can let you guys know if I can feel a difference, hear a difference, anything like that. Last thing we have to do is do the oil cap, which honestly should only take you maybe about a minute. You're really just putting a new oil cap, taking off the old one and the new one on. The only hard part about this one is if you're really OCD like me, you gotta put these stickers on. And if you guys know me, I have a love-hate relationship with stickers. One, I think they look really good when they're installed correctly, but when they're not, and there's little things, like it's off a little bit, it really annoys me. We'll see if we can get this in one try, but there is 2 of them. So if I make a mistake, I can obviously just peel it off, put the other one on, but we'll see how it goes. You're gonna wanna screw it in first and then place the sticker. You don't wanna place the sticker and then screw it on, and then you come to find out the F is upside down. There we go. So now that looks pretty good. Everything looks straight. So if you take it off, you put it back on, it should sit just like that. So that's about it for the install. You know, nothing too crazy. It probably should only take you maybe about an hour. I really don't think it should take you too long. And the difficulty scale it's not that bad, honestly. Like if you're first getting into cars and you want to install an intake, do it. That's probably I think that's the first part I ever installed when I started fixing up my Honda Prelude back in the day. So like I said, if you have no prior experience fixing up cars, and you'll be really satisfied with the result. So what I forgot to end up telling you guys was I used one of the clamps from the stock intake on the new one, because I was a little paranoid that I felt like it was gonna come off. So this is just like my insurance, just in case something does happen. So of course, down towards the air box, you have the 2 that came with this clamp. And then up here is the stock one that is closer to the throttle body that I reuse. So if you want to do that, I highly suggest you do that as well, because you don't want that coming off when you're on the freeway or on the street. I'll go ahead and drive it around and then I'll let you guys know how it feels. And then I can let you guys know if there's any issues or anything like that.
The next day.
All right, y'all, so I wasn't able to record how it sounded yesterday. All I can tell you that is everything works fine. There's no check engine light. The airflow within the car does actually feel a little bit better, but I'll keep you guys updated within the next few videos on if anything changes, how things feel, and then I'll give you guys an update later down the line, just so I can kind of play around with it and let you guys know if there's anything wrong. But I'm not gonna end the video yet. We're actually going to game 3 of the Warriors versus Memphis playoff game today. So I might as well just take you guys along with me. It's been a little chippy since game 2, if you guys don't know, but I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Game 3 is at Chase Center, and I'm rocking my Welcome to the Pool Party shirt, which is kind of lit. So you guys, hopefully you guys will stay this long into the video. It's a little bit of a extra surprise that you guys probably weren't expecting, but let's get it.
Hey, you want to take a picture on there?
Select the network label #Xfinity Wi-Fi at Chase Center on your mobile device, and you're in. Enjoy the free in-arena Wi-Fi, all courtesy of Xfinity.
I just ordered 2 more now, I got 3 different watches. See my haters talking. Make sure.
And here they come! Make some noise and welcome to the floor, your Golden State Warriors! It is 11th year out of Washington State University. The number 11 and now it is 13th NBA season. Hannah Davidson, the fighting
Alright, y'all, so that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys like those clips that I took you guys to the game. I noticed when we got there, I wasn't able to bring in the actual camera, so those clips are recorded on my phone, so that's why the quality kind of changed a little bit. Before I end today's video, I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, whether you're a mother, whether you're a father acting as the mother, or whoever it may be. Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys. And even if we don't say it sometimes, we really do appreciate you. So I'll just end it on that. Thank you guys for tuning into another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.